Hi friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller. So that means I go to thrift stores, sometimes yard sales, and I find items, mostly clothes, to sell online, mostly on eBay. Sometimes Poshmark. I do have one Poshmark sale today. I'm shipping out 13 items from the past 2 days. Yesterday was Friday, Black Friday if you celebrate. And Thursday was Thanksgiving. So I have 13 items. That's fantastic. I really was expecting Thanksgiving to be slow, but it wasn't. I think I sold 7 items on Thursday and 6 on Friday. And I also have a sale going in my eBay store, and I sent out some pretty low offers on eBay or on Poshmark, but I still have really good sales. I have a gross sales amount of $487.10 over 2 days. Stick around to the end because I will tell you my gross profit for those 2 days as well. I keep finding little hairs in these. All right, these are Air Monarchs, so they're Nike. I don't know anything about Nike. I usually tell you sell-through rate and average sale price. I have chosen not to do that today because it takes a little while to look all that stuff up, and I have a lot of items, and I'm technically on vacation. It's holiday weekend. I'm spending time with my family. It's actually like 3 hours later than I usually ship. I'm a little concerned that my mail carrier is going to show up while I'm still doing this, but we slept in. I had a nice leisurely, like, leftover breakfast with my husband. We made some really decadent breakfast on Thursday and Friday, and we just had leftovers this morning and from those, and it was decadent again. My husband made like Nutella stuffed French toast yesterday morning. So good. Yeah, my kids are watching TV because they can. My teenagers slept in till like way later than I usually let them. But it's, it's a Saturday of a holiday weekend, so why not? So these Nike Air Monarchs, I don't know. They sold for $36.22. I do have a sale going on in my eBay store. It is a tiered sale, so like if things have been listed for 3 months or more, they're 30% off. 4 months or more, they're 40% off. 5 months or more, they're 50% off. 6 months or more, they're 60% off, and I stopped there. And then everything else was 10%. And then I also sent an additional 10% off coupon to all my past buyers, my followers, my anybody I could send a coupon to, essentially. With boxes, I add some like packing paper. This is actually a paper bag that is ripped in, like I tore it into. I add these to shoe boxes so that the shoes don't like jiggle around in there. I was telling you about my sale, but I don't know why. I don't remember why. Oh, I think that these sold. I think that these were in the 30% off. They might even have been more than that because I have had these for 9 months. I bought these at my favorite thrift store, and I paid, it says $8.81. So I don't know why it says $8.81. I do think I paid like $10 a piece for them. I had 2 pairs of these, and the first one sold fairly quickly. I want to say within 2 months, but they sold for like $10 more, and my profit was $10 more. I had to have looked these up when I bought them because I don't buy shoes generally without looking them up, especially Nikes, because I have no idea what they're doing. Anyway, these sold for $36.22. My cost of goods was $8.81, and my profit was $10.41. Would I do that again? No. they're too big and bulky for me to store them for 9 months for a $10 profit. I have, I don't know, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, maybe 30 pairs of shoes. And I'm really trying to get it down. I'm trying to, like, as I buy them, as I'm looking them up, making sure, one, that I'm looking up every single pair that I buy, and two, kind of making a rule for myself, like if they sell for under $40, the sell-through rate has to be 50% or higher. If they sell for over $40, the sell-through rate has to be like 25% or higher. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with shoes anyway. I used to say a lot when I first started out, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have a little more idea of what I'm doing now, but still a lot of it is just guesswork. Case in point, this sweater. This sweater is gorgeous. It's 100% lamb's wool. It has that like Nordic, I don't know, kind of look to it, and it's wool rich. Like, it's a nice brand. I've had this sucker for 14 months. So why it didn't sell last winter, I don't know. No idea. Would I buy this sweater again? Absolutely. It has all the things that I look for in a nice sweater. You know, lamb's wool, it's in good condition, except I keep finding little tiny things. And I don't know, but you know, sometimes you just, it's not an exact science, reselling. It's fun. It's more of an art form than an exact science. But it gets a little frustrating when, you know, you're trying to make money, and that's the goal here, right? That's my goal. Oh, good golly. Well, all right, anyway, it's pretty. If you're a reseller, would you have bought that? I guess I should tell you too, I bought it for $2.50. So, you know, I guess I didn't spend like a whole lot of money on it. It sold for $30 on eBay. That's what the buyer paid for the item plus the shipping cost, because that's what goes into my account. I pay shipping out of that, and then and the fees and all of that. Stuck that in my mouth. Okay. If you've seen my videos, this is a Tyvek mailer. I mail quite a bit of priority items, and Tyveks, I don't really like them. I don't think that they stick very well, so I add a sticker to it. And did I tell you all this stuff? $14.67. Tyvek is, I used to think like that it was just something that they said that it was waterproof, but then I was driving through a community that had a few like houses that they were building, and they had paper like over the outside before they had sided it, and it was Tyvek branded, and I was like, oh, maybe it is waterproof. I don't know. I didn't really do research into if it was waterproof or not, but I do think that they protect the items. I wrap everything in tissue paper and put a little thank you sticker on it. I do want things to be protected, but I'm not going to, you know, I don't know what I'm going to say. These are the little priority mail stickers that I use to just kind of reinforce this adhesive, because I don't think that it sticks very well. There's that. This, when I brought this home, my husband was like, why did you buy that? I don't know. This is Deadpool. apparently. It says Kiss Me Under the Mistletoe. It is, you know, a Christmas shirt. Marvel, obviously. Maybe it's not obvious. I think it's funny because it's like this, you know, regular kind of Christmas pattern that you would see, and then in the front we got Deadpool. I don't know anything about him. He doesn't look like he's probably a good guy, but I don't know. There's a lot of good guys that I go, are we sure he's not bad? Because he looks bad. My husband and my children get into all that stuff, and I just don't. I don't know. I love them, but I don't have to be into everything that they're into. So, my Deadpool Christmas shirt, and it's just like a t-shirt. It's kind of fuzzy, like, man, I don't even know. It's kind of fleece, but it's not really fleece. I don't even know how to describe it. He sold for $17.03. Oh, you know what I wanted? Yeah, I'll wait on it. He sold for $17.03. I bought him for $1 at my favorite thrift store 7 months ago. So, you know, I bought him in April. I'm not surprised that it took 7 months to sell. He also doesn't take up much space. And my profit is $7.96. He did end up in my sale. I was just thinking this morning, I had intended on ending items and selling similar items, all my Christmas stuff that I had listed, you know, prior to like a month or two ago, and I forgot to do it. So I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and do that or not. If you are a reseller, do you end items and sell similar? Do you have a system for that? Do you have a, I don't know. I've done it different ways over the past 2 years. I don't know that I don't know. All right, these are 2 t-shirts, and I'm gonna have to lint roll them. All right, I think this is Peel, P-E-L-L-E. Anyway, they're extra large. They have this on them. I found 2 of them at the bins. Oh, look at that one. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. They're kind of cool. Has a peace sign on it. I don't know. Anyway, I found 2 of them at the bins a few months ago, 3 months. The cost of them on them was probably about $4. Yeah, I couldn't find my thing. I looked them up. They're actually in really good condition. I thought they were really faded, but they're not. When I looked them up, I was like, you know, if it's something that is really good, then I'll list them separately. If it's not, I'll list them together. I listed them together. I don't remember what the sell-through rate or the comps were at all, but I will tell you that they sold for $45.94, and I do think they were in my 30% off sale. So I feel like that's really good. I must have listed them pretty high. Sometimes even if the comps, like if the sell price is high, but the sell-through rate isn't great, then I'll still list items together like this, because then the likelihood that they'll sell together, that they'll sell is higher because there's 2 of them. That is all theory. I don't know. It's my guess. I will tell you that over the last couple years, I've been reselling for 2 years, almost exactly. It's been like 2, so it's November, and I started reselling in September. My items started selling in October, 2 years ago. So just over 2 years. I've learned a lot, but man, there's still more to learn, and things change constantly. The world is changing constantly. I think that's like a guy fighting. Like he looks like he looks like he has a gun. I don't know anything about this. I don't know. I was gonna say I try not to sell things that I don't know anything about, but clearly it's not always the case. When you come across things in the Goodwill bins, I don't know, I have this like weird, I don't know, it's like a, I want to say dichotomy. Like, part of me is like, oh, stick to things you know, Jen, only sell things you know. But then I come across things and I'm like, oh, well, I can make a profit on that, right? Money's money. Do I have to really know about it? I don't know. There's never a good answer, is there? All right. I bought these at the bins. Did I tell you about the bins? The bins are the Goodwill outlet. You go there, there are literal bins, big, giant blue bins of stuff. And you dig through them. And you wash your hands afterwards. And I don't know, it's fun because you never know what you're gonna find. You pay by the pound. So your cost of goods is generally really cheap. And just a fun experience overall, for me anyway. It has been. I like it. These sold for $45.94. I think I paid probably about $4, maybe a little less than that. My bins are $1.79 a pound. So, I mean, that's not 2 pounds. So I probably paid $3 for them. My profit's $26.04, which I think is great. This is going in a tie bag. Again, I'm gonna have a lot of those today. It's not my favorite, but it is what it is. Next item is something that sold on Poshmark, and it's one of my favorite brands to sell. So this is Quacker Factory, and if I remember correctly, let me see if I can get you that. There we go. Quacker Factory. I believe this is a vintage tag for Quacker Factory. These are like pull-on jeans. And they are capri, but they do have a little flag on them. These sold before and were returned for fit. And they also sold for about $10 more and the first time around. But the first time around they sold in June, you know, where a little flag detail is gonna make sense for like 4th of July, maybe May or June. Quacker Factory usually has like embroidery, kind of some novelty prints. There's a lot of like rhinestones and studding and beading, but it's not usually like all over. It's just like usually a little detail. Sometimes they'll be, you know, it'll be kind of over the top and everywhere, but I just really like Quacker Factory overall. It does seem to sell all sizes. This one was like a plus size. Sold on Poshmark for $20. I bought them at the bins. Again, my cost of goods, that time I actually did like my average cost of goods was $1.76. So my profit's $14.24, which is great. Almost hitting my goal. Pretty close enough to count. In my opinion, my goal per item is $15 in profit, just to, you know, value my time. It takes time to list and photograph and put things away and then get things back out and ship them. It's not a hard and fast rule for me, but it is a goal. This Adidas, I also found this at the bins. I'm also gonna have to roll this. This is an Adidas like oversized crop top. Like this is sized medium, but it would fit me. Like it's oversized. I am not a medium. Let's see. I just thought it was really cool. It definitely has like a vintage look. I don't think it's vintage. The tag doesn't look vintage to me. I'm not really, I don't know a whole lot about activewear brands. Actually, I should have seen if my daughter wanted. Maybe I did. I have one daughter who really likes activewear, so I probably offered it to her at one point. I don't know. Just kind of has like a vintagey look to it with that big spell out on the front. I thought it was cool. It did take a long time to sell, like over a year. 15 months, that's not great. But you know, not everything can be a winner. I will be going through all my inventory here in about a month after the first of the year and kind of doing an audit and taking out things that are, you know, still in there after a year, especially, you know, lower priced items. I just don't want to hang on to them. I would prefer to make more space in my area. I just don't have a ton of space back here. And there's plenty. I have 1,300 items, 1,400 items almost listed right now. So I do list about 5 items a day, 10 items a day. 10 items is kind of my, somebody asked me in the comments in one of my videos how many items I list, and kind of shoot for 10 items a day. Right now I'm going with 5 just because we are in a season where we're busier. I don't want to be thrifting as much. I want to be spending more time with my family. So, you know, if I'm listing less items, that's less listings per day, that's less photographs, that's less thrifting, less everything that I have to do. I haven't noticed, like if I up it to 15, if I'm in a lower season or lower it, I haven't really noticed changes happening in my sales because of that. I don't know why that is, but I'm kind of glad for it, because then I can, you know, list 5 items a day and not be concerned that my sales are going to tank because my listings are less. Again, this is based on my experience, not on research or anything. All right, this sold for $21. I've had it for 15 months. I bought it at the bins for $2.52 was my average cost of goods. My profits, $9.36. Not ideal, but it is what it is. It's not gonna fit in this bag. We're gonna make it in this bag. My poly mailers, my tissue paper, and my stickers I all buy on Amazon. I believe the bags I buy are 9 by 12. I measure 10 by 13. Maybe I do buy 10 by 13. I don't remember. All right, this is the brand Torrid. Boop. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Oh my goodness, it's a longer video. Torrid, and this is a sweatshirt, like full zip hoodie, and then it does have this cool like celestial moon thing going on, and then it has like the phases of the moon up the sleeves. It's pretty cool. A little ombre. I don't think ombre is very popular anymore. Maybe a little more 2010s than now. Oh my word. I wore my hair down and back yesterday, and my daughters and my sister and my brother's girlfriend were all like, oh, you gotta bump it. My brother was laughing at me about my coupe hair. Anyway, I'm not very stylish. I just wanted to wear my hair down, but I didn't want it in my face. This sold for $25.57. I don't know where I bought it. I don't know how much I bought it for. In my spreadsheet, it has none of that information. I don't know why. It does have the date that I listed it, which was like 5 months ago. But I don't know if maybe it had a stain or maybe it smelled like smoke and I soaked it. I don't know where it came from. I try not to let that happen very often, but occasionally. My profit's $15.63. It's going in a poly mailer. And there's that. I have this like, I want to rush because I have so much to do, but I'm like, I want to just chill and not make it chaotic and just be calm, and because that's just kind of how I want the feel of my day to go. All right. Another one of my favorite brands to sell is Lane Bryant. This is a plus size brand. These are straight leg high-rise jeans. They do have this like elasticy comfort band. I will tell you that as a middle-aged woman, a comfort elastic band on your jeans, love it. So if I see that, I look it up. I know it's something that, you know, women of a certain age like in their jeans. Just because that's what I like in my jeans. All right. These sold for $27.47. Again, I believe these sold in my 30% off sale. Had them for about 3 months. I bought them in Milwaukee. I went on a business trip with my husband. He went to a conference and I went thrifting. And it was wonderful. We got to spend a little time together in the evenings, and I spent time by the lake and a lot of time thrifting. It was really fun. So I bought these for $3.50. They sold for $27.47 after fees, shipping, and my cost of goods. My profit is $12.86. Not bad. The really good stuff is coming. Because there's some really good stuff. I'm making a mess over here. All my stickers. Overall, I really like my shipping little station, but not perfect. I gotta figure some things out. I just tidy as I go along. All right, this is a jacket called Spire and McKay. If I were you, I'd look it up. It just looked kind of nice to me. It's just a jacket. It's pretty like lightweight. This is one of those, when I bought it, I looked it up and I was like, oh my word, that's a good brand. And it's one of those that I feel guilty that I don't have average sale price and sell-through rate for you today. Because I think this one is pretty good. I have had this for less than 6 weeks. So that is great. I don't want to be holding on to things for a long time, even though I do. Clearly. Man, everything has needed lint rolled today. That makes it a little frustrating. All right, so I told you I spent $6 on it. Excited to hear how much it sold for. It sold for $57.45. That to me is just amazing. All right, I really want to go look it up, but I really don't want to edit this video very much because it's already going to be long. Are you going to leave me if there's a dead spot in my video? Or will you keep the video going? Which is more important? Constancy in the video or hearing the sell-through rates? Actually, I would love to know, is the sell-through rate and average sale price, is that something that is helpful for you or interesting to you? For me, I find it helpful. I like to hear things. When I'm watching other videos and they'll go, oh, this is a really good brand. And then I look it up and I'm like, how is that a really good brand? Because the sell-through rate is terrible. There's, 100 things listed and only one sold. That doesn't make it a good brand. Maybe that one thing sold for more than $20, but if there's 100 things listed and one sold, the likelihood that mine is going to sell is not great. So anyway, if I am not doing something else, which usually when I'm watching YouTube videos, I'm doing something else like listing or taking photographs. Hopefully you're doing something like that along with me too. Then I will sometimes just search on my phone, like when they say a brand, especially if it's like a thrift haul and they haven't actually sold the item, then I'll look up the brand and see what the sell-through rate is. So if you are unsure what I'm talking about when I say sell-through rate or comping or average sale price, what I do is I look on my eBay app and I search the item. Like these are Indiana University scrubs. And I'll show you here in a minute. So these have the Indiana University logo embroidered on them. They are branded Wonder Wink, which is just a not great scrub brand. When I say not great, I mean the sell-through rate's pretty terrible. Average sale price is very low. If I'm going to buy Wonder Wink anything, scrubs are something that I look for and I buy. There are a few categories and a few brands that sell fairly well for me for not a lot of money. So the sell-through rate might be higher, but the average sale price is low. So if I can buy them very cheap, like at the bins or my favorite thrift store, then I will do that. So if I'm looking in the store and I find Indiana University scrub pants, then I search that on eBay. And I filter by used usually, because most things I find are used. And then I search for, I filter to sold items. So I take into account how many are listed and then how many have sold. And I take the number that are sold and I divide it by the number of listed and sold, because that's the total number that has been listed over the past 90 days, which is the amount of time that eBay keeps their information. Terapeak, you can search longer than that, so you can filter to, I think it's 3 years, up to 3 years. When I am doing comps for you on these videos, I just search the past 90 days on Terapeak. So anyway, I divide those two numbers and that's the percentage of sell-through rate. So the highest sell-through rate is 100% if you're doing the math that way. So you might hear another reseller say, oh, This has a 200% sell-through rate. They're just doing their math different. That's okay. Just know how they're doing it and know how I'm doing it. Terapeak does their math the way I am doing it. Okay, so if you noticed, I have 3 pieces here. I found 2 scrub tops and a pair of pants at the Goodwill outlet again a long time ago. What? I did the wrong thing. I'm just out of order. It's good. It's good. I'm just out of order. Yeah, a year ago. The scrub tops are not perfect. There's stains and stuff on them. They sold in my sale and probably pretty deeply discounted. I didn't double check. Sold for $22 or $20.22 for all 3 pieces. So that's a good deal for, you know, whoever's buying them. However, like I said, they are stained, just not in great condition. I'm hopeful that it's, you know, like a nursing student or someone who can make good use of them. Because my cost of goods was so low, I have $1.81 as my average cost of goods. My profit is still $10.37 on these. In reality, they cost me more than $1.81, probably more like $3, but still. What am I doing? Ay, ay, ay. Too much turkey. No. Not really. Honestly, I had too much sugar at breakfast. What's that? French toast. And then I made myself like this really decadent cup of coffee. Living the life over here. All right, just a few more things. First is this coat. This is a Land's End coat, and it is new with tags. It is down-filled. It has a faux fur collar. Land's End is the brand there. You can see that. And this is just a big, giant puffer coat. It's kind of a longer line. You know, that's going to hit below the hip on most people. It sold for $63.30. This was in my Thanksgiving Day thrift haul. I'm gonna pack that up later because it's just gonna be a nightmare. All of these things. Okay, that one sold for $63.30. I bought it less than a week ago. Well, I listed it less than a week ago. I think I bought it a week ago, Friday. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm getting really tired here. I bought it for $5 at my favorite thrift store. My profit is $42.19. I'm just gonna blow through these next 2 and give you the information, and then I will pack them up separately because I am just getting tired and it's getting to be a long video. This is the brand Arrow, which I don't think really means anything, but this is a corduroy like jacket I used. It doesn't have pockets, which is a bummer, but it's corduroy on the outside, it's fleece lined on the inside, it's vintage, it's cool. It sold for $47.05, and it took 4 months to sell, which, you know, 4 months ago was like still summer, so. My profit is $27.29. And then the last item that sold was this Carhartt jacket. And again, this was in my thrift haul on Thanksgiving. This is Carhartt. The style number are always on the bottom of the tag over here. This has a really good sell-through rate and a really high average sale price. So my buyer for this paid $75.85. Shipping was a lot, I will tell you. I am gonna try and fit it into a medium flat rate box, but my profit is $42.18. I paid $10 for this. I bought 3 Carhartt jackets that day for $40. So I had a $10 cost of goods on this one and $15 each on the other 2. That was a really fun thrift haul, and I have already I'm pretty sure I've already made my money back on that, and only like 5 items have sold. So not too bad. All right, this has been so long. Thank you so much for joining me and sticking around to see what I sold. I forgot to tell you my profit. $267.06. Ah, so good. My daily goal is $67. So this is equal to 4 days. I mean, this is 2 days of sales, keep that in mind, but still doubling my goal, my daily profit goal. And so I'm really, really pleased about that. Yeah, I'm hopeful to just kind of enjoy the rest of today and tomorrow with my family, and hopefully I will have 2 more days of sales with you on Monday. So please comment if you haven't already. I really enjoy chatting a little bit in the comment section, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. My ship with me videos, hopefully the plan is to upload every night at 8 p.m. So if you want to, you can hit the little bell that notifies you of when they upload. Sometimes my longer videos like this one don't upload on time, so who knows, we'll see. All right, I'm gonna be done talking. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you soon.